Hello, Korea. I'm Trina Paulus. I'm the author of Hope for the Flowers. You've known me for a long time through this book and through these two little caterpillars that went through the long journey of becoming themselves. And we're celebrating now something very special in Korea. It was the first time any place in the world that we permitted a second cover to be fully presented. And here it is. And I think you can see what a beautiful edition is. It's cloth, it's gold on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Everybody who sees it wants to touch it. It's really a beautiful thing. However, the gist of what I'm going to share with you is something that's very important, I think, for every human being, is that with all this beauty, there was a mistake on the cover. Okay, the insides are the same as they've always been, and you're probably familiar with, but here's the mistake, and some people don't even notice it. There's two caterpillars here, and one is hardly visible. And I was expecting her to be gold. And it's a story about miscommunication somewhere along the line. And it's a story about me opening up these first books that came from the publisher in 3 days from Korea. Isn't that amazing what can happen across the world like that? But I opened it expecting to see a gold and yellow caterpillar here. But she wasn't. She's dark blue. And there's a tremendous lesson in this for me about both communication, because it's a good example. There's no immoral question here. There's no bad feelings. There's no malicious intent. It's the problem of us being regular human beings who make mistakes. And probably one of the mistakes was mine, and I wasn't clear enough with my drawings and my words. And we have translations. We have a time difference of 14 hours. We have a whole chain of people that this goes through. And so this mistake was made. Now, what do you do with the mistake? This is simple. The mistakes that can be made on the larger scale right now with nuclear devices, with war, with the climate catastrophe we're in, with the things that you Koreans know so much about. We can't make this kind of mistake. We have to recognize that we are fallible. That means weak human beings who make mistakes. And so we have to avoid those technologies and situations where the consequences will be so grim if we make those mistakes. And that means getting rid of all nuclear weapons. That means stopping war. That means working for understanding. And we have a chance right here. So when I first got this and opened it, I was disappointed. But by the next day, I thought, this is a chance for all of us to understand what we can do. And this is a beautiful copy, and anybody who ever sees it can think of those lessons. Both of this disappearing female hero, which is often the case in life, and the importance on the big things of this world, that we don't make we make mistakes, don't make communication mistakes. Now, this is what I did with the second copy. This is the way I wanted her to look. I painted it with gold. But that's just one book. I'm hoping if you love this book and you decide to get the second copy, that this will be a true collector's item, thinking about our human realities of making mistakes, of the great, wonderful possibility of us caterpillars staying off the pillars, staying off of crossing each other and climbing over each other to get to some top we think is glorious, instead of looking into our deep selves and becoming those butterflies that can fly. And when we can fly, we can reach all these caterpillars and butterflies and flowers that need us to bring love from one flower to the other, because they don't fly. And so we can do all those things as we become our full selves. And so I really welcome this new cover here, and I hope you love it as much as I do. And I'm so glad to say hello to you, because Korea has been so special for almost 50 years with Hope, since 1975 in Korea. And so I wish you peace. I wish you a great new year in this and a new decade. of fruitfulness in your own lives, and that we work together for peace in the world. Thank you so much.